Want to know how I keep projects on track as a brand and web designer? I use ClickUp. It is the ultimate tool for keeping everything in line. Hey good people, my name is Sydney Hart, brand strategist, designer, and copywriter, and I'm the founder of With Hart Creative Studio, which is a full-service rebrand agency that is committed to rebranding content creators and media personalities. I'm so glad you've joined us in the home of big brand energy. I want to talk to you about my project management system. So if you've never heard of ClickUp, I always describe it as Trello, Airtable, and even Dubsado kind of mixing together and forming this full, robust project management system. Now, this isn't a client relationship management system like Dubsado or Honeybook. It doesn't necessarily have a place for you to take invoices or to send contracts and keep up with the logistics of things, but it really does help with tracking how a project is going. So I chose ClickUp because I had tried other platforms like Trello before, but it wasn't necessarily as robust as I needed it to be, right? We'll talk about the features that ClickUp has a little bit later in the video, but if you're looking for something that has all the capabilities of keeping track of a project, I even use it to track the time that my team keeps. I use it once a week as a CEO to kind of keep in check and keep in track of my metrics and make checklists and all the things. So let's talk about the three aspects that I absolutely love about ClickUp and why it had me sold from the moment that I used it. So the first aspect that I use when it comes to client projects in ClickUp is using the views and displays, right? They're super flexible. Now in ClickUp, you have the traditional kind of list view of tasks, similar to how Asana is set up, but you also have the Kanban board, which is where you can kind of pull things over to doing, done, review, whatever kind of status that you want it to be placed in. It also has the ability to do mind mapping, and you can do a timeline view if it's a project that's time sensitive. So it really gives you a flexibility into viewing the project the way that you need most. Now, the different and flexible kind of views in ClickUp make it really easy for clients to learn differently, right? Some clients are really visual. Some clients like to kind of just sit down and read through things. So for those clients who aren't necessarily too keen on reading things in a list, reading things in a timeline platform, ClickUp also has the opportunity to make a dashboard where you can kind of combine different spaces. So there's a space where I can put a video, there's a space where I can have a chat box, there's also a space where we can, group all of our tasks that are running throughout a project. So it makes it really flexible in asking a client, hey, what's the best way that you learn? What's the best way to keep track of this project? If it's not this, ClickUp has the ability to be flexible and mix things around. So the next thing I love about ClickUp is the integrations. It has the ability to integrate with over 1,000 platforms, including all of these. And it makes it super simple when I'm trying to get platforms to kind of speak to each other throughout the process. So a lot of the times when I work with clients, we go ahead and use Google Drive to deliver and house a lot of the files that we use. So being that ClickUp integrates with Google Drive, clients can easily access, let's say, their logo files from the brand identity task right then and there. It also integrates with Google Documents, and that is a dream because I have so many docs that I can never really keep up with. So having a place to actually have them housed during a project makes it so much easier. So I also love the automations in ClickUp. It is very steep when it comes to the learning curve, but once you get a hang of it and learn how to make the platform speak to itself, it makes it so much easier. So for example, in a client project, I might create an automation that puts a comment in a task. After it says that I've already started on something, like let's say copywriting for a client, it can automatically comment on that task, tag the client and say, hey, we're getting started. You can expect this in 10 to 14 business days. Or if it's a VIP day, you can expect this in 8 hours, right? So it makes it so much simpler for me not to necessarily do a bunch of the legwork and just focus on my zone of genius and focus on what I do best, which is design and copywriting. So I got a chance to get hands-on experience with these ClickUp automations when it came to getting interns for my business. So I had everything run through ClickUp, the applications, the email notifications, and once everything was set, it was pretty easy for me to do all the application and interviewing process, even all by myself, right? So like I said, once you get past the learning curve, ClickUp also has a bunch of tutorials and webinars and masterclasses that walk you through this process as well. It makes it a breeze. So ultimately, ClickUp is a super flexible and robust platform, like I've said throughout this video. And it's something that pretty much whatever you dream up, it can do, right? Like I said, besides the whole contracts and invoices, which that's a whole different kind of system, this is like the cream of the crop. It truly keeps clients informed. It helps our projects remain productive, and it ultimately helps us stay accountable as a team. So if you'd like to try ClickUp yourself, there's an affiliate link in the description box. You can get a bit of money off when you go ahead and sign up. Of course, if you don't like it, go ahead and scrap it. Go to the Trellos and Asanas, but I'm telling you, ClickUp is like a dream child of them both. So thanks so much for hanging out with me in the home of Big Friend Energy. Again, my name is Sydney, and I'm so excited that you joined us. You have a good one.